Aries, welcome back to Grizzly Tarot. My name's Dan. I'll be your host. How are you? We are here to do a general reading for the end of September. Now, these general readings, they can resonate to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If you don't know what those signs are, I'm going to link in the description a website where you can go and find it out. So click that link, enter in all the information that it asks you for, and then what you're going to do is scroll down. After you click submit, you scroll down, you'll see a little chart thingamajig, and then you'll see your sun, moon, Venus. No, I'm sorry, this isn't a love read, so it'll be sun, moon, and rising. So you see your sun sign, your moon sign, and then your rising sign is labeled as your ascendant or ASC. It won't come up, it won't say rising, it'll say ascendant or ASC, whatever it is. So enter in all that information, and yeah. So we're gonna do a chapter card. But it didn't flip over, so it's not a message. Do a 10-card Celtic Cross, see what's going on in your life. This could resonate to literally anything. Aries, 10-card Celtic Cross, general reading, whatever messages you feel are most important right now for them in their life, messages that you feel they need to hear, and guidance, and all that good pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this could be a continuation of your love reading from last week. It could be something about work. It could be something about family. It could be a situation with your friends. It can literally be anything. Or if it resonates, apply it to your situation, whatever situation that may be. I don't know. So I'm going to tell you right now, shit's going to be confusing for me because I'm just going to pretty much say what the cards say and maybe try and piece together what it is, or maybe just kind of just tell you what the cards are and be like, I have no fucking clue what this is. So anyway, I hope it resonates. If it doesn't, don't try and make it apply because it's not your story. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your story. It's meant for somebody else. Okay, cool, awesome. All right, that did not work at all. 2 more shuffles. Stop it. My sister's home. Sorry, I need 2 more good shuffles. Last one. Dope. All right, Aries, what is going on with you? Uh-oh. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, OCD kicking in. Oh, God. It's late, and I'm just... Okay. So, whatever's... I forgot about one more thing. Okay. So, whatever's going on in your current situation, you have Temperance. Sagittarius card. So, I'm a Sag. So, Temperance card talks about balance. Talks about like being very balanced and centered within yourself. Very like the biggest thing is balance. I mean, there's really not much going on. So whatever the situation, there's equal give and take. It's very balanced, very nurturing, very stable, and very grounded. Okay. Could also be a little bit emotional because he's the Temperance card. The angel on the card is holding 2 cups and he's kind of pouring 2 cups, right? Trying to balance everything out, just making sure everything's equal and balanced out. Again, balance is the biggest thing with Temperance. But what's opposing you, you have the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse could be you're ignoring your intuition, for one, or it could be withdrawal, okay? And I don't mean withdrawal like drug withdrawal. I mean, maybe, but that'd be an interesting storyline. Somebody's like trying to like balance out, like not doing drugs or drinking or whatever, but they're having withdrawals. Anyway, I'm not going to try and really decipher a whole lot because I really don't know what the fuck is going on in your situation. Whatever it is, something's very balanced, but you're either ignoring your intuition and cutting yourself off from like spirit and not listening to your inner gut that's telling you like, hey, something's wrong here, something's not good, and you're completely ignoring it. Or it's just saying that there's something you're withdrawing from. So whatever this balanced situation is, you're withdrawing from. There could be secrets involved, okay? The High Priest in reverse talks about secrets and going like withdrawing. It could also be checking in for alignment, right? But I wouldn't say it's checking in for alignment. I rarely ever see it like that. I rarely ever think of it like that. More so, I would read the upright as you're checking in for alignment. Here, I think you're ignoring your intuition or you're withdrawing from something, okay? So in your past, you have the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant talks about structures and institutions and like institutions like say like church or like say like school or like a private school like where you have like strict rules and like stuff like that where like everything is expected to be done a certain way, right? In the reverse, it talks about breaking free of that, or not breaking free of that, but kind of like breaking the rules. Like you're not staying in line like you're supposed to. Like you're kind of just straying from the path and doing whatever the fuck you want, even though like there are these rules and guidelines set up that you're supposed to be following. But you're kind of just like, no, I'm just gonna do my own thing, right? So in the past, whatever it was, you went against all odds and like strayed from the path, or maybe not strayed from the path, maybe strayed from the path, but you weren't doing what you were supposed to. What's the fucking? There's a certain way I want to put it. Give me a second. You guys are gonna watch me think for the next like 20 seconds. Challenging status quo. All right, it was only like 6 seconds. Or going against the status quo, going against what is expected of you. Okay, so in the past, that's what happened. The recent past, right? Now your goal here is you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles talks about weighing your options, right? You're trying to figure out what's the best here. This has awesomeness, but this has badness. But this has badness too. So it's really just about weighing your options. Like your goal here is you're really trying to weigh your options and figure out what you need to do. And I think this whole ignoring your intuition thing is going against you there. Maybe you need to go like within to really figure this out. But so what's driving your goal of making up your mind and deciding what you want is because you're like, it's the Emperor, so it talks about like a need for control. Okay, if it was in reverse, I'd be like, you're relinquishing control, blah blah blah. But no, you're not. Like this is internal. You are like trying to gain control. You feel like you need to be in charge of this whole situation. So like whatever's throwing you off about this situation, maybe that's what it is. Like the situation is kind of balanced, but like something's throwing you off. Like if you see the card, it's a card of balance, but they're not exactly even, right? So like maybe something's just kind of throwing you off a little bit, and you're like, oh, what's going on? And like you're like kind of withdrawing to be like, okay, what's going on here? What do I do, right? So like you feel like you need control of the situation to understand what's going on, and it could either be that or you have control. It could be that, yeah, like you have the control of the situation and you're like, you know what? I have control, so I'm going to sit here and weigh the pros and cons and see where I want to go next, right? Again, this is a general reading. So while I'm sitting here saying all this, I'm like in my head like, I really hope this fucking makes sense. It's a general reading, so I don't know what the fuck it's about, okay? I'm just reading the cards. If I say a scenario and you're like, that's not me, that's not you, dude. Like, I'm just saying what I think it could be. I don't fucking know. But I'm just reading the cards. Hopefully it makes sense. So, okay, yeah. If you feel you need control or you feel like you have all the control and you're weighing the pros and cons and you're trying to figure out what to do next, okay? What you have coming up in the near future, though, is the Tower. The Tower, if anybody knows tarot, the Tower is a card, okay? So the Tower is basically like, imagine you're building a tower on sand, okay? So you're building it and it's like, it's getting really big and you're like, wow, this is awesome, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, somebody's like, it's on sand, it might fall. And you're like, nah, just keep it going. Build. And then all of a sudden, just like the foundation gives out, the sand gives way, crashing down, and like everything horrible you could ever imagine happens, right? So it's kind of like a life-altering moment of just like the tower come crumbling down, and like you see this is a hectic ass card, right? There's a lightning strike that like tips the fucking crown off, like the building's on fire, people are jumping out of it, there's smoke everywhere, like it's a rocky foundation, like it's just, that's what you're headed towards right now. And it might be because you're in a juggling act and you don't know what to do, or it might be because you're not listening to your intuition, Or maybe it's because you're trying to control a situation that's not supposed to be controlled. Leave it up to the universe. Let the universe do its thing. That's some advice I need to follow. Anyway, that's some advice everyone needs to follow. Like, for real. If you're like going through some shit, I'm telling you right now, just relinquish control. Okay. I feel like this driving factor is like you feeling the need to have control. Right? And I just every time I look at this, I'm looking at his face. And he looks really like smug. Like he's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And the camera's not really focusing too well. But he's like, He doesn't have his hand there, but I do this. So it's like he's trying to figure it out. So it's like he's trying, like, how can I gain control? Like, how can I do what needs to be done here? And like this and that, right? So you have hope. Your hope. Okay. Sorry, doing the spread a little bit different tonight. Okay. Yeah. So your hope here is the King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles talks about like wealth, stability, status, right? In the reverse, though, it talks about like being obsessed with like your wealth and your status, right? So I think your hope is to kind of like seem unfazed in this, whatever's going on. Like, you don't want to seem like this is bothering you. You don't want to seem like you're juggling. You want to seem like you have everything under control. Like, nothing's bothering you. Like, you don't want to disrupt your status. You don't want to disrupt, ooh, I know in Aries that this might resonate too. Okay, anyway, we're not going there. But you don't want to seem fazed by it at all. Like, you want to just make it seem like everything is hunky-dory and you're living your best life, right? Like, nothing's bothering you, nothing's going on. This tower isn't coming. I'm not ignoring my intuition. Like, no, everything's great. Everything's fucking phenomenal, right? That's your hope, is to come across like that. There's no other way I personally know to read that card like that. If this is in your hope, I mean, maybe if I looked up some more definitions, but I'm in the middle of reading right now, so I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to go off my intuition here. Okay. But your fear is, and this came up for a couple readings last week, it wasn't Aries though, is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is like, you're fighting until somebody, like, you don't win, right? It's like you're in a sword battle, right? And you're going till it gets to a point that, like, it's not that, like, you stab the guy and he dies. It's just the guy just gives up and he's like, dude, what is wrong with you? Can we just stop? And he just throws his sword down. He's like, this isn't even worth it anymore, right? That's the Five of Swords. It's a fruitless victory, right? The guy wins, but, like, it's not because he actually, like, won and, like, bested them and, like, killed them, right? It's because they just gave up. They're like, this isn't even worth it anymore. So maybe your fear is that you don't, or that you're just going to keep pushing people away, kind of, by doing what you're doing. You're going to fight until you push people away, right? And the fives are also cards of change. So, like, you're afraid of change. You're afraid of, like, maybe people just giving up. Maybe you're afraid that you're going to give up. Maybe you're afraid that somebody else is going to be the person who is just, like, going until you just give up and you're like, this isn't even worth it anymore. Like, why am I doing this? Like, this is stupid. And you throw your swords down and you're like, fuck this, I'm out. All right? Or vice versa. You're afraid that you're going to be that person that, like, keeps going until they just give up or the situation gives up. Whatever the fuck it is. I'm used to reading love reads. I'm good at those. So, I say they, just take it for what it is. Anyway. God damn, that scared the shit out of me. We have an Alexa downstairs, and somebody's using it, and it's really fucking loud. So, your hope here is to seem unfazed by the situation, but your fear is that you're going to give up or somebody else is going to give up because the fighting is just too much, right? So fives are change, so you're afraid of, like, a big change happening, and fives are also the Five of Swords is swords, which is, like, mental energy. So this is, like, being afraid of somebody, like, mentally giving up on you, or, like, you just mentally giving up on someone, or giving up on the idea of something. Like, maybe you're juggling, like, a job to go, like, that you want. Like, you have a stable job right now, but, like, your intuition is telling you, like, hey, you need a change. There's something going on. In the past you challenged it and you were like, like, I should definitely, like, change here because this isn't really, like, giving me all I want, and I don't really like the people, they're kind of assholes and whatever. But, like, right now you're like, it's stable, let me stay here. But inside there's something that's like, no, you need to leave now. And you're just like, shut up, intuition, I need the money, right? So you're coming towards that tower moment where like some shit's gonna happen, and all of a sudden you're gonna be forced out of that job. I don't know. It's just saying. But you feel like you need this control, so you're juggling like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Instead of just listening to your inner voice that's like, hey, we're already telling you, get the fuck out, right? Get the fuck out of Dodge, bro. So you're like, I don't want to seem bothered. I'm just gonna keep on with work and like pretending like I love it here. And you're afraid that like you're gonna give up on this job, or you're afraid that this job is gonna give up on you. Like I say, I'm throwing out scenarios here, like it's a general reading, right? So your outcome is lovely, by the way. It's the Ten of Cups. It's such a happy card. Okay. The Ten of Cups is like the emotional fulfillment card, like the ultimate emotional fulfillment. The Nine of Cups talks about being satisfied, have everything you could ever want, but you don't have that 10th cup. 10 of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. Like you are very happy and very satisfied, whatever's going on. Maybe this tower moment is what needs to happen, because the fact that, here's the thing with these spreads, okay? Any cards that read for the future, so like your near future card and your outcome card, they can change, okay? I could do this reading in 10 minutes. It could be completely different. The outcome could be completely different, right? How I'm reading this right now, because your near future says that a tower moment is coming, and yes, they are stressful, yes, they are shitty fucking moments, your outcome is still the 10 of Cups, which is like extreme emotional fulfillment and happiness. So if you're having this tower moment coming and the outcome is 10 of Cups, I'm gonna say let that tower happen. Let that tower moment come, let the tower fall down, start over, just chalk it up for what it was. It was just like, all right, it was a shitty tower, it was built on shitty sand, and you know what? These people didn't belong in it anyway, so fuck them, I'm glad they jumped out. Hopefully they landed on something soft. Nah, who gives a shit? If they're jumping down my tower, they can go fuck themselves. Anyway, I'm just realizing this is my channel. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I mean, I'm going to try and be nice, but it's... Anyway, have you guys met Cancer? Or Mercury? Anyway. So, whatever this is leading towards, I'm going to say, let this tower happen, okay? You have emotional fulfillment coming in, okay? Now your advice card is the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, Eight of Wands talks about fast movement. Fast movement, it's usually a communication card, so it can either be telling you, don't communicate, whatever's going on, don't communicate, let the tower fall. Like if you're dealing with somebody and you're like, ooh, do I reach out and this and that, and do I be the bigger person here, and yada yada yada, like I know your fear is someone's gonna give up. I'm gonna say don't push it forward, don't try and communicate, right? If you're debating going on a job or being in a job because you don't know what to do, maybe it's saying don't push that job forward. Don't try and like wherever you're at now, don't push that forward more, right? Go inside, figure out what's going on inside that's telling you, hey, you should go this way or that way, right? That's a hard one because it's a double-edged sword, because I can literally say it's telling you don't go forward with a new job, or it could say don't go forward with this job, okay? I'm going to say don't go forward with this job, because I'm thinking you got a tower moment coming. If the tower moment's coming in, like, and again, I have no fucking clue what this reading is on. So sorry if it's confusing, because I am confused. Welcome to my brain right now. Don't try and push this forward. Don't communicate. Just, let it do its thing. It talks about delays, stalling, and no forward movement, or lack of forward movement, or just like not pushing something forward, okay? That is what your advice is. Take it how it resonates. I'm not going to try and beat that up and like tell you what I think it is, because I really don't want to give somebody bad advice. Disclaimer, I'm just a tarot reader. I'm not a fortune teller. Although people think this is fortune telling, I don't fucking know. Anyway, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Strength in reverse. Strength in reverse can talk about not having the strength to go forward with this anymore, like not having the strength to deal with this anymore. Whatever the situation is, it's draining, it's emotionally draining you, it's physically draining you, it's mentally draining you. You're like, oh my God, I need out of this situation, right? What do? I need control. What do? maybe that's what your advice is stop trying to push for this control, okay? And just kind of just let it go. And let this resistance and stalling and delays and all this happen. Like, just let it happen. You know, relinquish control. Or the strength in reverse can talk about like raw emotions. Maybe this is making you emotional, okay? The bottom of the deck is an undertone for the whole reading. So it's not advice. It's not telling you like where to go or like what to do. It's just telling you like the vibe from this whole reading. Like, maybe this situation just makes you weak, right? Maybe it just fucking drains the shit out of you, right? So, I mean, guys, that's what I have for you. I'm sorry if it's confusing. I'm telling you right now, I have no fucking clue. I could see this as a relationship thing. I can see it as a job thing. I can see it as like an argument with someone. Do I want cookies? Do I want cake right now? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I swear, if somebody watches this video, and I'm recording this tonight on the Fitbit, tell me what day it is. The 23rd of Monday, the 23rd of September. So if somebody watches this tomorrow and they're just like, dude, I really wasn't sure if I wanted cookies or cake last night at like 9:30 at night. That's so crazy that like you picked up on that energy. Whoa, man, you're right. I shouldn't have both. I shouldn't have either one. Don't push forward. That'd be fucking wild. Anyway, if that did happen, comment it. I want to hear about it. Anyway, so guys, that's what I have for you. I hope it resonated. I hope it made sense. If it doesn't resonate to any situation in your life, it's not meant for you. It's not your story. All right, just let it go. It's for somebody else. All right, but if you like this video, please like it if you want. That'd be awesome. Share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. You know, shout out Cancer Moon's Tarot because he fucking, anybody who doesn't know him, you should go look up Cancer Moon Tarot right now. And he's fucking awesome and is dope. He shouted me out twice in the past like 5 days, and I've literally gained like 400 subscribers just from him alone, and I'm forever eternally grateful. And if you watch this video, big fan, bro. Anyway, yeah, like I said, hope it resonated, all this good stuff. And look at that, somebody's commenting right now and say, hey, Cancer Moon gave you a shout out. Jason Lee, whoever that is. Jason Lee, if you watch this video, you get a shout out too. Anyway, all right, guys, enjoy your night or day whenever you see this. And next week will be Love Reads again, and I will catch you guys in the next video, okay? Deuces.